Okay, so looking at the daily, there's nothing really here that I can base my my bias off. Looking on the 4 hour, as you can see here, we have wicked new day opening gap, consequent encouragement. We've just tapped that and we've moved down straight away. Also right here, created market structure shift with previous day low. So let me just, right there. Okay, so we've had our market structure shift, our pullback to an imbalance, and prices started to react lower. We've seen a slight retracement, so I think this could be the potential draw for today. So at the moment, things are looking bearish to me, to this sell side liquidity. As you can see, ES has fully filled the new day opening gap, so I believe that NQ doesn't really need to fill this whole imbalance now. Plus, we've had the reaction of consequent encouragement of the gap. So dropping down onto the hourly, we have this 1 hour fair value gap right here, and as you can see, the previous hour wick is currently being disrespected, which is perfect to see shorts from. So this closes in 12 minutes. In 12 minutes, if we manage to close below here, below the fair value gap, then I'll be looking for shorts. If we don't, then I'll probably wait till 10 a.m. most likely, unless I see something absolutely perfect. Then I'll anticipate this to get inversed. However, if we do respect this and start to show bullish signs, then I think there's a potential this could be my bullish target for today. Buy side liquidity up here. So we've got a nice range here. Just going to adapt to the market, whatever it gives me. As you can see, we've consolidated around this range. Equilibrium of this range, we've just started wicking and consolidating around here. And I think we're starting to gauge a bit of momentum now to the downside. Hopefully we'll start picking up some more volume. We've had 130 news that came out. I don't think it really, nothing really came from it. 830 news just had some consolidation, and that was it. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the trade that I took today. I caught around 130 pips today in the market on nasdaq. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. As you can see, we created a market structure shift right here just before market open, and we left behind a 30-minute fair value gap. So this right here was my condition. So I was waiting for price to pull up back into this, which is exactly what we did with this big manipulation candle. We also left behind a very small bottom wick, which I just knew was going to get filled in by the next 30-minute candle. I was anticipating this 30-minute fair value gap here to be inversed, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm really happy with this trade. Dropping down to the 1 minute. Okay, so as you can see here, we created an SMT inside my 30-minute condition. We also swept liquidity right here. Created a manipulation leg to the downside, inversing this 1 hour, whilst inversing this 1 minute fair value gap, which is where I entered most of my contracts. I entered 5 MNQ contracts here. I was initially waiting for this 2 minute to get inversed. However, once we formed this and I saw how we were holding it, I knew that it would be quite a strong inversion once we take it. So after I saw us taking this, my break even was this 2 minute intermediate term low here, which we ended up creating a break of structure from. We left behind a 2 minute fair value gap, so I took an extra 2 contracts here once we entered this break of structure of 2 minute pullback. So that's where I added. Then my next target was this swing low here, which we created a market structure shift off. I trimmed 2 contracts here, so I had, I believe, 3 contracts left, 2 or 3 contracts left, just running down to London session lows. As you can see here, we got, after this 5 minute break of structure, we came lower, and then we had a slight manipulation leg back up into this 3 minute fair value gap, which could have been another entry. I didn't take this, however, it reacted beautifully and came back to the downside. So this was my trade from today. I'd rate this A+. This was the best price action I think I've seen in months. It was just absolutely perfect. And this was on an FOMC day as well, so it's pretty nice to see that we're getting better price action even on high volatility news days.